The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Nashville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go! HG Gator! Let's go!
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Domada Peko racks up the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Pulled in at the 24. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 50. Five-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Derrick Henry calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
Let him know.
Snap.
A first down carry for Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Ready?
57, come on. Watch the screen.
Get it.
They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. First down, and it's Hill again. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Henry running right. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ready. 50, plant.
Undercut.
Number 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal, Baltimore.
They'll run here with Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Jackson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, though. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
60 Pittsburgh.
At the 44-yard line. Watch the run.
Snap.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Titans on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That would good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Topper!
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Jackson flush to his right. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready. 57, Mike. X3. 218, chopper. Tighten up. Ready.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Second down and goal. Tannehill. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphries in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. One final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think what's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Check it back. Check it back.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
10 logo, 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And a busy night for Henry continues. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 59 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive,
stick the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Off play action, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Blue draw Corker.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away was the safety, Amani Hooker.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Towards the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This is Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
General West. Get it.
Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Breaks a tackle. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. Deal with 2nd and very long. This is Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 88 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go with the onside kick. They'll need a recovery and a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.